602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. Thank you for watching WLCN's live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Railer basketball. WLCN's live stream coverage is sponsored by Me Realty. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Go online to merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln, and online at myfgec.org. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Grau Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953. Located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln, phone 217-735-4444, or go online to grauinc.com. Chestnut Health Systems, offering a comprehensive scope of behavioral health and human services in Illinois and Missouri. Call 888-924-3786. State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, with offices at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln, or call 217-732-6211. Dara Entwistle, Independent Health Insurance Agent advocating for you, your family, and your company. Call 217-651-8046. Heartland Bank and Trust Company, with branches on North Sangamon Street and Woodlawn Road. Unlock the power of more with More For You checking from Heartland Bank and save money on the things you're already paying for. Open your account today in branch or online at hbtbank.com. Member FDIC. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Emo's Cafe, your family restaurant serving home-cooked meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Located at 616 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln, phone 217-605-0171. Emo's Cafe, Lincoln's family restaurant. Chase Lowry Edward Jones Financial, your Lincoln Edward Jones financial advisor. Located at 407 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, learn how Chase can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by the office. Member SIPC. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located at 509 Pulaski Street in downtown Lincoln. Call 217-735-4385. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654.
Again, the Railers come to the contest with a record of 7-3 on the season, 2-2 in conference play, while Mundelein comes in at 5-5 on the year, 1-1 in conference action. First starting lineups for the visitors on the scoreboard will be the Mundelein Mustangs. Mundelein Mustangs will be in the black jerseys here tonight. Visitors on the scoreboard, while the Railers in their home whites getting instructions from head coach Neil Alexander as we get started here on night number one of three of them here from Collinsville, Illinois. First man out for the Mustangs, a junior, number 0, Laquan Thomas. At another guard, a junior, number 3, John Weiss. At another another guard, a senior, number 5, Evan Salvador. At one forward, a senior, number 30, Nathan Hoff. And to round out the starting lineups for head coach Matt Bagley is number 35, a senior, Jason Dorn. Set for the starting lineups for your Lincoln Railers, again 7-3 on the season. First man out, a 6'3" senior, number 1, Horn, Blake Horn. At one guard, 6'2" and a senior, number 3, Smith, Gabe Smith. At another guard, 5'10" and a junior, number 10, Tungate, Brody Tungate. The third guard at head coach Neil Alexander's lineup, 5'10" and a senior, number 12, Miller, Brady Miller. And the man in the middle inserted back in the starting lineup, 6'5" and a senior, number 30, Hayes, Drew Hayes. Head coach Neil Alexander, assisted by Eric Ewald, Greg Alexander, Brandon Bird Farmer, Josh J. McMcCullen, Zach Dom, and Gary Rademacher.
And we are all set for the 40th annual Collinsville Prairie Farms Holiday Tournament Classic here in Collinsville, Illinois. The Lincoln Railers taking on the Mustangs from Mundelein High School.
27 years the Railers have been in this tournament. Scott, the Railers' overall record 60-31 with 6 titles, coming in 85, 86, 87, 09, 13, and 14.
Gabe Smith and Hoff for Mundelein set to jump. Tonight's opening tip brought to you by Chicago Street Rentals, and the opening tip goes to the Lincoln Railers.
Curious, they had Smith jumping with Hayes' bum ankle. Scott, usually the guy that jumps it up for the Railers. Smith jumps it up tonight with Hayes' ankle a little tender still.
Railers with the first possession of the basketball game. Holiday Classic underway here in Collinsville, Prairie Farms.
Yeah, it looks like Mundelein starts out in a matchup zone.
Horn jumper on the way, off the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Tungate. He'll reset to Hayes, top now. Tungate, they'll work it back to Hayes. Now Tungate, right wing, feed it into Horn. Now a little bounce pass to Hayes, up with the right.
Yeah.
Up and good for Hayes.
Yeah, nice cut there by Hayes. Good feed by Horn. And this matchup zone by Mundelein will give some time where the guys can cut, and a good job by Hayes to get this thing started.
Mundelein gets it over just in time. 2-0 Railers, game just underway. Thomas dribbles left, now kicks it out to Weiss. He'll dribble right, now back out, guarded there by Miller. Up top to Salvador. He'll go left, picked up there by Smith, now work it to the right. Corner, Hoff. 3 on the way, rolls in, and good for Hoff. And the Mustangs take a 3-2 lead with 6:41 to go here in the first.
Yeah, corner 3 there by the Mustangs. Good ball movement early on for them, and the Railers are going to have to pick up the pressure on defense.
Railers with the basketball. Tungate over to Miller. They work it around the perimeter to Horn, right or left wing. Now Miller. All the way across to Smith, right wing. Now reset with Tungate. Shot clock is in effect. Feed Horn, elbow. Now kick it out to Miller with 10 on the shot clock. There's Hayes. Kick it over Smith. Down to 7. Hayes going to kick it over in the corner. Horn, 3 on the way. Off the rim, no good.
Another
Tungate there for the rebound.
Yeah, offensive rebound number 2 for the Railers and 2 for Tungate here to start this game.
Railers reset, fresh shot clock. Hayes, right elbow, dribbles in, kicks it out to Smith. Smith, Hayes couldn't control it, but Horn there to get it. Now Miller, he's going to dribble in, kick it over to Hayes. Now up top to Horn. Tungate, 3, left wing, off the rim, no good. Horn fought for it. Miller comes up with it, up and too strong, no good. Rebound, Weiss for the Mustangs.
Well, the Railers doing a good job on the offensive boards early now. 3 possessions in a row where the Railers have had offensive boards. Couldn't get that one to go, but I like the effort on the side of the rebounds for the Railers.
Mustangs with the basketball up by 1, 5:24 to go in the first quarter. Weiss picks up his dribble, kicks it out to Salvador. Salvador deep 3, nothing but net for Salvador. And Josh, their leading scorer, not playing tonight, and so
hasn't showed so far. Hasn't it? 2 straight threes, 2 possessions for the Mustangs, and 2 straight threes for them.
Railers with the basketball down 4.
just a different defense that you don't normally see as well, too. Matchup zone where the Railers are just trying to figure this thing out real quick to find out where the holes are.
Tungate feeds it into Smith. Smith dribbles in, tries to bounce pass, nothing there, fought for. Smith grabs it, out of bounds, going to go to the Mustangs. Yeah, the Railers just a little out of sorts right now, Josh. Like you said, trying to figure it out, and it may take a quarter or so just to
you're right.
adjust.
It's hard to replicate this in your pregame and the last couple of days leading up for practice, knowing that Mundelein will come into the game with a matchup zone. It's hard to figure that out as far as your scout team to know where to go. So you're right. It might take the Raiders a little bit of time, but the defense has got to be picked up on this end too.
Oh, almost had to travel. Nope. Here's a three from Salvador up and good. The Mustangs got the three ball going, Josh. Not really looking to work it inside at all. But they're not missing from the perimeter. Smith to Hayes, now up top to Tungate. Work it left to Miller, now Horn. Feed it into Hayes. Hayes up with the right. Up, too strong. No good. Horn there for the rebound. Kick it out to Smith. Hayes going to dribble in up with the right hand. Good.
Well, there's been a lot of contact early on and no call here. It is very physical on both ends.
And Drew's down. He's came in the game with an ankle and looks like he may have just tweaked it a little bit.
Yeah, Hayes laying on the court right now with that ankle. We talked about it earlier. He did not jump the jump ball to start the game, and that's probably because Coach Al wanted to keep him off of this, but Hayes in a lot of pain here underneath the basket with probably that thing was twisted again after taking the ball to the basket. A lot of contact. Hayes made the layup, but also goes down and must have tweaked this thing again.
Well, let's take a 30-second timeout as we see how Drew's doing as Coach Neil Alexander walks to the court. So we'll be back after these messages.
This is Corporal Brian Clements with the Lincoln Police Department. This week, Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers is seeking information in reference to copper gutters that have been stolen off churches in the last couple weeks. On December 6th at 1:54 p.m., two subjects stole a copper downspout off the Zion Lutheran Church at 205 Pulaski Street. They were both on bicycles, and one was wearing a Chicago Bears jacket, the other was wearing a tan coat and blue jeans. If you have any information on this crime, please contact Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers anonymously at 217-732-3000 or the Lincoln Police Department at 217-732-2151. Tips leading to an arrest could receive a cash reward up to $1,000. Crime Stoppers only wants your information, not your name.
The Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers Crime of the Week is brought to you by Me Realty, supporting a thriving community safe for families through support of the Crime Stoppers program. Me Realty, 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
Salvador to inbound on the sideline. He'll kick it in to Thomas. Thomas works left. Guarded there by Tungate. Now to Weiss. Bounce pass, kick it out to Thomas. He'll save it. And now work right. Go up, running jumper on the way, up no good.
Yeah, good job by Frank there.
Yeah, Dorn's going to go over the back of Frank, and that's a tough task to do because Frank's a big boy.
Yeah, good job by Frank. Just kind of what the Railers were missing with Frank being out of the game. He gets a lob pass to go for 2 points, and then he's underneath for a rebound. 6'5", 230. The Railers just don't have those bodies sitting all over the bench, and good job by Frank to have the good possession here. Railers down 9-6, 2:30 to go. Looking to get back in this thing a little bit closer.
Miller to Tungate. Tungate picks up his dribble, now fires over to Smith. Reset with Tungate. He's going to dribble in. A lot of contact. No call. Now Smith with it, right wing. Sanders right corner. Sanders spins. Dribbles in. Nothing there. Now kick it out. Tungate. Tungate's going to pull up for a jumper. Off no good. Horn tried to tip back.
Yeah.
Got pushed out of the way and fouled. And he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, and Horn had an offensive rebound earlier in the quarter, and that time Blake again on that board tried to tip it up and got pushed as he was going. Almost, wouldn't you think that's a shooting
foul? I thought
he
was trying to tip it in, but they're going to say it was on the ground or on the floor. So no free throws for Horn, but Railers with the basketball. Sanders to Smith. Smith will back it out, pick up his dribble, give it to Horn. Horn in the lane. Now Miller. Miller's going to dribble in, feed Sanders. Off of Salvador, out of bounds, going to stay with the Railers. 9-6, first quarter here in Collinsville, 1:53 to go. Railers with the basketball. Miller gets it into Tungate. Tungate over to Smith. Now back to Tungate. 17 on the shot clock. Give it to Miller. Miller, feed Horn on the left elbow. Horn's going to dribble in, pull up, kick it out to Miller with 8. And a little hand check there by Weiss. He's going to pick up the foul.
Yeah, so 3 quick ones now for Mundelein. Just 1:39 left here in the first quarter, but the Railers showing a little more activity as far as going to the basket, and Mundelein with a little too much pressure.
Railer basketball. Horn with it. Now over to Tungate. Tungate over to Smith, right wing. Tungate right corner. 3 on the way. Off the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to number 11 for the Mustangs, and a kick by Tungate.
Good luck with that one.
Chandra Molly.
There you go.
Hopefully he's not in there too long. Turnover Mustangs as our boy Chandralani
dribbles it off his foot.
Couldn't hang on to it.
Railers will get it back here, trailing 9-6 with 1:18 left here in the first quarter. Again, Hayes went out about midway through that first, and looks like he had tweaked that ankle again on a drive to the basket. And Sanders checked in quickly for Hayes.
Railers with the basketball, down by 3. Miller with it, now to Smith. 1 minute to go in the first. Railers working around with 15 on the shot clock. Tungate back to Miller, top of the key. Deep 3 from Miller. Nothing but net for Miller. It's a Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer, and we're tied up at 9.
Yeah, Railers down 9-2 at one point and have crawled their way back here to make it even at 9s, and a big 3 there by Miller. Stepped on the line, another turnover there by Mundelein, and that's the thing the Railers are going to have to work to get that open shot against this matchup zone where it's a man, but then as you cut through, they allow someone else to pick you up. So that time they got Miller free at the top of the key, and he drained it.
All tied up at 9. About a 4-second difference. There's alley-oop to Frank. Frank gets it up and good for Sanders. Railers up 2, 22 seconds to go. Stolen away by Sanders.
Frank looks like an animal out there tonight.
Yes, he does. Frank is
plenty of energy.
Fresh.
Frank the Tank.
Miller, nothing there. Reset Horn. 7 on the clock. Now Smith. Smith to Miller with 4. Miller, there, got the front of the rim, no good. And a full court shot way off and at the end of one. It's the Lincoln Railers 11, the Mundelein Mustangs 9. We'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have second quarter action here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Welcome back to Collinsville, Illinois for the 40th annual Collinsville Prairie Farms Holiday Classic. Scott Kirby, Josh Connick, Lloyd Kirby here this evening. Claudette back at the studio as the Railers take a 2-point lead into the second quarter and the Mustangs with the ball.
Yeah, the Railers trailed at one time, Scott, 9-2, and have went on a nice little run here, 9-0 run for the Railers, and has been kind of spurred by Frank with a couple of putbacks and a big three there by Miller.
For sure.
Mundelein starts the ball here with in the second quarter.
Mundelein working it around. 10 seconds on the clock. Thomas with it. He'll dribble in, back it out, now kick it over to Weiss. Weiss, he's going to dribble in, and they're going to give Frank with the foul.
Yeah, Frank with the block foul. His first, the Railers first, and it looks like Hayes is back over toward the bench, kind of walking around. He ran back from the trainer's room. It looks like he's kind of itching to get back into the game. Hopefully he's going to be, he's not going to be 100%, but at this point, sometimes with a bum ankle, you just got to play the way it is.
Kick out to Hoff, up and nothing but net for Hoff.
Boy, they are on fire from three, too.
They got to cool off sometime.
4 3-pointers, all of their points from 3-pointers for Mundelein, and they take the lead here 12-11.
Miller to Tungate. Railers down 1. 7 minutes to go in the second. There's Miller for a 3, left wing, no good. Rebound comes down to Thomas for the Mustangs. He'll kick it up to Salvador. Salvador up and no good. Too strong. Fought for underneath. Sanders rips it out of there. Now on the ground. Sanders will come away with it. Kick it out to Tungate. Tungate pushes right. Railers down 1.
Well, just kind of missed those rebounds just like that. A scrappy, strong rebound underneath. The Railers have missed since Frank's been out since game 1, and nice little spark he's provided here for the Railers here.
Frank spin move up and couldn't get it to go, but a good move by Frank as he spun to the basket, just couldn't get it to finish. And a turnover, Mustangs.
Mundelein turns it over, trying to fast break, and a long bounce pass, too hard for the Mustangs to grab, and the Railers will get the ball back here. 6:22 left in the second quarter. Railers trail at 12-11. Looks like Hayes is getting ready to check in now for the Railers.
Well, that's a good sign. Railers with the basketball down 1. They work it around. Smith. Now Horn, back to Miller. Miller dribbles in, nothing there. Reset Horn, top of the key, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Tungate with it, feed Horn at the free throw line. He'll lose it, now gain it, tipped away. Now here comes Weiss for the Mustangs. Weiss, right corner, nothing there, dribble in, give it to Salvador. Salvador thinks about a 3, good job by Tungate closing out on him. There's a 3 on the way, way too long. Came down to Huff. Here's the Mustangs. Thomas, guarded by Smith. A little bounce pass, now kick it out in the corner to Hoff. In and good, and another 3.
3-pointer now. Wow. 5 for 5, I believe, from 3-point. I'm not sure they've missed one yet. And they get back in the lead here, 15-11, and it's been all 3-pointers for the Mustangs.
Railers with the ball down 4. Just over 5 minutes to go here in the first half.
Well, the Railers kind of missing that guy right at the free throw line, Scott. Look how open the lane is. They flash somebody in there and get somebody to flash in there and go to the hoop.
Miller, pull-up jumper on the way. Too strong, no good. Rebound. Dorn for the Mustangs. Now that could be a role that they put Hayes in, you know, because he's having a hard time getting to the basket with that ankle, and if he could just control that middle. And there's a foul on Smith as Thomas drove to the hoop. He was on the floor.
Hayes will check back in now. Hayes checking in for Horn. So you've got Horn, Sanders, Smith, Tungate, and Miller out on the court for the Railers.
Salvador to inbound for the Mustangs. Gets it in to Hoff. Hoff trapped there in the corner by Miller and Sanders. Trying to work some space. And got a 5-second call on the Mustangs. Great defense by the Railers as they had Hoff trapped, nowhere to go. Railer basketball.
Yeah, Railers got to figure out this matchup zone here, Scott. We talked about the middle of that lane being open, and Hayes checks in and might be right where he goes to. He did a good job early on when he was here in the first quarter of getting the ball and driving to the hoop, something the Railers have missed since he's gone out.
Smith with it right wing, up top to Tungate, work it left to Miller. There's Sanders. Sanders kicks it out to Smith. Now Tungate. Hayes.
Going to have to get some penetration by our guards here and get in the middle of that lane. Maybe set a ball screen out on Brody's man there.
7 on the shot clock. Smith dribbles in. Up with the right. No good. Sanders there. He's going to put it back up just in time. Off the rim. No good. Fought for. And Hoff with the rebound. Here come the Mustangs. Kick it out to Hoff. Now Thomas over to Salvador in the corner to Weiss. Feed it down low, up top to Thomas.
Traveled.
And now they're going to call a foul on Gabe. Horn's going to check in for Sanders. Mustangs the inbound. Salvador all the way up top to Thomas. Railers down 4, 3:30 to go in the first half. There's a dribble. Good defense by Horn, held his ground, and it's going to be out of bounds off the Mustangs. Railer basketball.
Yeah, time for a score here, Scott. We've been on 11 basically since the start of this second quarter, and the Railers struggling to find anything easy so far.
Chandramouli checks in for the Mustangs, and Hoff will have a seat. As Tungate walks it up the floor, Railers down 4, 3:20 to go here in the first half. Smith with it up top, now right wing Tungate. Up top to Miller. Work it over to Hayes. Smith. Kick it out. Tungate's going to dribble in, nothing there. And tapped out of bounds off of Thomas. Going to stay with the Railers with 12 seconds on the shot clock. Miller to inbound.
Yeah, Mundelein doing a good job when the Railers try to penetrate. Doing a good job of shutting them off before they can get to the basket. Tungate tried there. Smith has tried a couple times and just can't get all the way there.
Miller, Hayes going to fire up a 3. Got it. Nothing but net for Hayes. It's a Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer.
Boy, a big one too. The Railers needed a basket, and the senior delivered.
Railers down 1. 2:40 to go in the first half. Almost a turnover. Corner 3, Dorn, way long. And Mustangs retain possession with 15. Work it inside, kick it over in the corner. Salvador, left wing, nothing there. Up top to Thomas. 7, now 6 on the shot clock. Thomas goes left with 3, and stolen away by Horn. Here comes Smith. Smith dribbles in, up with the right underneath, couldn't get it to go. And here come the Mustangs, a little behind the back dribble by Thomas. Feeds Chandramouli, and the Mustangs up 3.
Yeah, good drive there by Smith, just couldn't get the layup to go.
Hayes kicks it over to Horn. Now they'll reset up top with Miller. Miller dribbles right over to Smith. Smith looking for Horn on that elbow. Nothing there. Now Miller resets. Now Smith right wing. Work it over to Hayes. Hayes thinks about a three. Miller's going to take a three. Right wing off the rim. No good. Rebound comes down to Dorn for the Mustangs.
Since really that first quarter where we did a good job of offensive rebounding, it's been one and done for the Railers with some long three-point shot attempts.
Salvador is going to pull up for a three. Too strong, no good. Miller there for the rebound. Railers down 3, 1:09 to go in the first half. Hayes over to Horn. Horn's going to fire a three, corner, no good. Rebound comes down to Chandramali. Thomas kicks it up to Salvador. Now they'll work it back up top to Thomas with 55 seconds to go. .14 on the shot clock. Weiss with it up top. He'll dribble right. Now fire it over left to Thomas with 8. Thomas going to try to get in the lane. Nothing there. Good defense by Tungate.
Don't foul. Don't foul.
And they get an easy bucket there from Dorn as the shot clock expired, and the Mustangs up by 5 with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Miller spins, bounce pass to Hayes. Now Miller, three on the way, too strong, no good. And here comes Thomas with 6 seconds to go. Thomas up and good. And at the end of the first half, it's the Lincoln Railers 14, the Mundelein Mustangs 21. We'll take a commercial break. Come back, we'll have the Ground Incorporated halftime show here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Thank you for watching WLCN's live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Railer basketball. WLCN's live stream coverage is sponsored by Me Realty. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Go online to merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln, and online at myfgec.org. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Grau Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953. Located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-4444 or go online to grauinc.com. Chestnut Health Systems, offering a comprehensive scope of behavioral health and human services in Illinois and Missouri. Call 888-924-3786. State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, with offices at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln, or call 217-732-6211. Dara Entwistle, Independent Health Insurance Agent, advocating for you, your family, and your company. Call 217-651-8046. Heartland Bank and Trust Company, with branches on North Sangamon Street and Woodlawn Road. Unlock the power of more with More For You checking from Heartland Bank and save money on the things you're already paying for. Open your account today in branch or online at hbtbank.com. Member FDIC. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future.
Collinsville Prairie Farms Holiday Classic, where the Railers trail it here at halftime, 21-14 over the Mustangs from Mundelein High School. We'll go through the scoring here. First for Mundelein, they were led in the first half by Nathan Hoff. Hoff with 9, all 3-pointers for Hoff. 6 points for Evan Salvador, and 2 points apiece for Laquan Thomas, Jason Dorn, and Keshav Andramale to round out the 21 for the the Mustangs. The Railers were led in the first half by Drew Hayes in limited action, but Hayes came back in the second quarter after going back to the trainer's room to get that ankle worked on again. He finished with 7, 4 points for Frank Sanders, and 3 for Brady Miller for the 14. The Railers trail here at half, 21-14. We'll send it back to the studios. You're in the Grau Incorporated halftime show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
An accident or injury can happen any day. If you're living without health insurance, now is the time to find a health insurance plan to protect you and your family. New, low-cost plans cover doctor's visits, hospital stays, prescriptions, preventative care, and more. And you could get a tax credit to help you afford insurance. So call me, Dara Entwistle, 217-737-7581 to help you find a plan that's right for you.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in service, parts, and detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly with less downtime and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
You're in the Grau Incorporated halftime show. Josh Komnick along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby here from Collinsville, Illinois, as the Railers trail it here at half, 21-14. And Scott, it's been the second quarter. Mundelein outscored us 12-3, and Railers lead it after one quarter, 11-9. And then after a 12-3 run by Mundelein, they take the lead at 21-14. Mundelein in the first half, 5 of 7 from 3 for 71%. They were 8 of 14 from the field. Did not a free throw attempted in the first half by either team. The Railers just 6 of 23. And boy, if we don't get some offensive rebounds and we can shoot like that, 3 points in a quarter not going to do it.
You know, and the good thing is, as bad that we played, we're only down 7.
Right.
And you saw it, and I know the coaching staff saw it. There's things that we can expose and things that are there. It's just a matter of doing it. And, you know, they'll go in, they'll readjust and change their game plan up a little bit and hopefully come out second half. And like you said, Josh, we got to have some scoring. And, you know, Drew's kind of limited right now what he can do, but it's still good to have him in there.
The Railers trailed it in the first half in the first quarter at one time 9-2, and then went on their 9-0 run to make it 11-9 after the first quarter, and it's been that 12-3 quarter by Mundelein in the second that got them this 21-14 lead. The Mundelein with 13 rebounds and 2 of them offensive. They turned it over 7 times to go along with 7 assists and 1 steal. The Railers with 10 rebounds and 6 of them offensive. And those were the first, kind of the way we got back into it a little bit was getting some extra opportunities in that first quarter, and then it was one and done in that second quarter.
Yeah, and, you know, Sanders coming back, you know, we haven't seen him since game 1 of the tournament, and, you know, he's a big body down there that can rebound, and we saw that. And, you know, having him and Drew in there both, you know,
it might be something the coaches look at, too, is going with both big guys, you know, both Sanders and Hayes in there at the same time. We haven't seen that at a lot, obviously, because Frank basically hasn't played since the first game of the season. And but both those two guys have it going a little bit. 7 for Hayes in the half, 4 for Sanders, and Sanders also with 3 rebounds. So maybe something that the coaches go back to and go a little bigger here and try to get it inside.
If they can control that paint and we can get out on their three-point shooters, because 15 of their 21 come from three-point line, Josh, and you can't think they'd be that hot all night. They got to start missing. So, hopefully we can get out on the shooters and control the paint.
The Railers with 8 points in the paint compared to Mundelein 6 points off turnover, 7 for the Railers, 6 for Mundelein. The Railers doing a good job on second chance points with 4, but the fast break points all Mundelein at 4-0 for the first half. Again, the Railers trail here 21-14. Both teams out on the court. We want to make sure we get this one, obviously, to stay in this better gym. It also gives our job a little bit easier, and the reception is much better here in the main gym. Obviously, you want to win all of them here, and the big one here first tonight in Collinsville. We'll kick it back to the studios and have third quarter action. You're in the Grau Incorporated halftime show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer basketball.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Welcome back to Collinsville, Illinois for the 40th annual Collinsville Prairie Farms Tournament Classic. Scott Kirby, Josh Connick, Lloyd Kirby here this evening as the Railers take a 7-point deficit into the second half, and it will be Railer basketball to start.
Central State 8 has not fared well so far in the tournament. Scott, Eisenhower and MacArthur both go down. Obviously, the Railers with the last chance for the Central State 8 to get a W here on day one.
Tungate works it up top, now to Hayes, back to Tungate, work it left, Miller to Hayes, bounce pass to Horn to Hayes, nothing there, now Tungate. Hayes working that middle. Tungate kicks it out to Smith, right wing. Now they'll work it left. There's Miller, wide open 3, left wing. Got it.
Oh, big one. Good ball movement, too, by the Railers. A little more ball movement around the perimeter. We got it inside at the free throw line, then tried to kick it down to Horn. Horn didn't get a shot, but the ball movement was good. Made that Mundelein defense move a little bit.
Miller with the Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer. Railers down 4. Mustangs with the basketball. Thomas. Over to Weiss. Now in the corner to Salvador. Back to Weiss. Now Salvador. Work it inside to Dorn. Kick it out Thomas. Hoff, a jumper on the way. In and out, no good. Horn there with the rebound.
Yeah, as you said it, I don't know if the Mundelein can shoot that well like they did in the first half. We hope not. The first miss by Hoff, first of his night.
And off the hand. Oh, no, he regains it, but steps on the baseline. Or sideline, I'm sorry. And turnover Railers. Unforced turnovers, Josh.
Yeah, just a really uncontested pass there to Smith. Goes off his hands and out of bounds. So after the good start in the first possession by the Railers, with a little sloppy there in the second one.
Weiss over to Thomas. He'll cross the timeline. Feed to Salvador. Kick it out. Now they'll work it. Thomas dribbles in. Tries to get to the lane. Stolen there by Horn.
I'd like to see the Railers push a little bit here too, Scott. Just don't let that matchup zone get set up. Railers maybe have a little better chance of getting a basket.
Hayes kicks it over. Miller, 3, left wing on the way. Too strong, no good. Rebound Weiss for the Mustangs. Here comes Thomas all the way up to Salvador. Salvador dribbles in. Up with the right, up and good. Salvador puts the Mustangs up 23-17 with 6:05 to go here in the third. Tungate, Miller, now Hayes. Hayes, top of the key, nothing there. Tungate right wing.
Well, you see Hayes just wanting to put the ball down on the floor and get to the basket, but the ankle just not letting him.
3 on the way from Hayes, no good. Here comes Thomas, picked up there by Miller. Thomas fires it over to Weiss. 3 on the way, no good, and a rebound comes down to Miller. 23-17, Mustangs with the lead. 5:30 to go in the third. Railers with the basketball. Tungate spins right, dribbles in, loses it. Tapped out of his hands. I was going to say it was off his knee. And turnover Railers. Good move by Tungate, just couldn't control it.
Yeah, and you can see from up here, those lanes are open. If the Railer guards can get in there and either try to get to the hoop for a basket or free a shot open from the perimeter, we just got to be able to get there. Tipped away by Tungate and
track it
out
down,
of bounds.
Yeah.
Yep.
Quick hands. Opening day here at the Collinsville tournament. Railers back in action tomorrow at 2:30. Win or lose. Hopefully win so we can stay in the main gym.
Eisenhower fell earlier. Althoff was a winner. O'Fallon was a winner over MacArthur. Quincy won. Woodlands Christian out of Texas was a winner. And Collinsville just won right before us.
Inbound pass stolen by Sanders. Now there's Smith. Feeds Sanders under low. Little reverse. Couldn't get it to go. Fought for the rebound. Mustangs with the rebound. Kick it up. And a foul on Gabe as he grabbed the arm of Laurie. Salvador is going to check back in for the Mustangs. 23-17, just under 5 minutes to go in the third. Mustangs with the lead. Thomas over to Salvador, back to Thomas. Now work it left to Weiss. Salvador right wing. All the way in the corner. 3 on the way. Off the rim, no good. Fought for underneath. Hoff there with the rebound. And that's Dorn with the rebound.
Looks like it was a jump ball.
Yeah. And the Mustangs can get it into Weiss up top. He'll work it over to Thomas. Thomas dribbles in on Miller, nothing there. Picks up his dribble to Dorn. Dorn up with the right, no good. Sanders there with the rebound. Got hammered by Dorn. He finally called the foul.
Guy checking in for Mundelein, I think. Mundelein, number 40, a senior forward, number 40, Andre Meeks checks in for Mundelein. His first action of the night.
Railers with the basketball, down by 6. They work it around. Tungate to Miller. Miller over to Smith. There's Hayes. Feed bounce pass to Sanders. Up and good. A little high-low there.
I don't think, can we do that every time, right?
Yeah.
Look, it was wide open.
Absolutely.
A couple of nice passes by the Railers and then found Sanders right underneath the basket for an easy layup.
Keep it simple. Weiss with it. He'll dribble in. Nothing there. And Smith's going to pick up his, it might be his third. Oh, it's his second. Gabe Smith picks up his second. Horn's going to check in for Smith. No, Gabe does have 3. Salvador now up top to Thomas. 3:49 to go here in the third quarter. Railers down 4. Mustangs with the basketball. They'll work it to the left to Salvador, left wing. Now Thomas, he's going to fire up a 3. Off the rim, no good. Tungate for the rebound. Tungate works right, now gives it to Hayes. Hayes over to Miller. Miller, left wing, now up top to Tungate, over to Horn, right wing. Hayes in the corner. 15 on the shot clock. Miller to Horn. Now Hayes.
Yeah, got to get some penetration by the guards here.
Bounce pass to Horn. Horn, 3 on the way. Off the rim, no good. Topped out of there. Sanders grabs it. Up with the right and good. Good job by Tungate to keep that play alive. Sanders picks it up and puts it in.
Yeah, a little bit of a run here, Rayler, and get the Rayler crowd back into it here. Raylers just trailed by 2, and as you said, I think it was either Tungate or Miller that tipped that thing away, and then Frank with an easy putback.
And a 10-second call on the Mustangs.
A little momentum here
for sure.
For the team in white. A couple baskets and a couple stops. Now a 10-second call, and the Raylers right back in this thing.
It's going to be Rayler basketball. Hayes to inbound on the sideline right in front of the bench. Raylers down 2 with 2:50 to go in the third. He'll kick it in to Tungate.
Boy, I wouldn't mind running that Bob play to Frank again.
And there it is. Good call, Josh. Frank gathers up and good. Right on cue, Mr. Komnick. And we are tied up at 23.
Go with what works, right? And until they stop it, I'd run it again and again and again.
Tapped away. Tungate. Oh, Miller almost had it. And got to travel on Thomas. Another turnover. Mustangs. And the Raylers.
Boy, all keyed by the tip away by Tungate. Got that ball deflected to go up in the air, and Miller was right on him on the catch. So, as you said earlier, a little more momentum for the Raylers. We get another turnover and a tie now. Mundelein with a timeout.
30-second. No, it's going to be a full timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back after these messages.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Welcome back to Collinsville High School for the 40th annual Prairie Farms Tournament Classic, as the Raylers on a little bit of a roll here, Josh. Momentum going our way right now.
Keep it rolling here. Another basket. Let's get it inside.
Raylers with the basketball. Miller, right corner. Now they'll work it to Hayes. To Tungate.
A little high-low again, Scott. Hayes to Sanders would be nice right from the free throw line down to the post. Ooh, Frank wide open. Get it to him.
Tungate feeds Sanders, picks it up. Sanders nowhere to go. Kick it out to Hayes. Now Miller. Miller's going to dribble and get to the rim, lose it. Sanders there to get it. He's going to fire it up. Yes. Got it to roll.
Yeah, it wasn't a pass. Brady lost the control of it going in, but Frank, right man, right spot, and has been the spark here for this run for the Raylers.
Raylers up 2. Here come the Mustangs. Thomas, a little push by Horn. Horn picks up the foul. That's his first. Third team foul for the Raylers with 1:43 to go in the third. Thomas with the basketball. Gives it to Weiss. Back to Thomas, top of the key. Over to Salvador. To Thomas. Feed it in. Now there is Huff with it. Thomas thinks about a 3, gives it to Salvador. Salvador nowhere to go. It's tapped away by Hayes. And they'll reset with 10 on the shot clock. Yeah, Thomas.
Shooter Huff here was in the corner. Now he's going to rotate out underneath.
And there's a nice little pass into Hoff. He'll put it up and good, and we're tied at 25 with 1:03 to go. Tungate to Miller. Miller behind the back. Over to Horn, right wing. Back to Miller. Miller, wide open three on the way, off the rim, no good. Rebound, Thomas for the Mustangs. He'll kick it up to Salvador. Salvador dribbles in, nowhere to go. Kick it out to Weiss. Weiss, three, left wing, in and out, no good. Sanders there with the rebound. About a 4-second difference on the shot clock and the game clock. See what the Railers decide to do here. Tungate spins around Weiss. Now goes left, gets to the lane, up with the left, and couldn't get it to go. Frank there for the rebound. He's going to put it back up and got it.
No foul. Looked like Frank got hammered on the offensive rebound. Nice take by Tungate. Missed the layup. Frank with a huge rebound underneath and went more than strong to the basket. No call, but he makes the layup.
6 seconds to go in the third. Thomas going to dribble in. Nowhere to go. Tungate, three-quarter shot, way off. And at the end of three, it's the Lincoln Railers. 27, the Mundelein Mustangs, 25. We'll take a commercial break. We come back. Well, fourth quarter action here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
This is Corporal Brian Clemens with the Lincoln Police Department. This week, Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers is seeking information in reference to copper gutters that have been stolen off churches in the last couple of weeks. On December 6th at 1:54 p.m., two subjects stole a copper downspout off the Zion Lutheran Church at 205 Pulaski Street. They were both on bicycles, and one was wearing a Chicago Bears jacket, the other was wearing a tan coat and blue jeans. If you have any information on this crime, please contact Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers anonymously at 217-732-3000 or the Lincoln Police Department at 217-732-2151. Tips leading to an arrest could receive a cash reward up to $1,000. Crime Stoppers only wants your information, not your name.
The Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers Crime of the Week is brought to you by Me Realty, supporting a thriving community safe for families through support of the Crime Stoppers program. Me Realty, 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
Illinois, where the Raiders take a 2-point lead into the fourth. It'll be their basketball. There's a little feed to Gabe. Up, no foul. I thought there was a little contact there. Gabe couldn't get it to go, and here come the Mustangs. Thomas over to Weiss. Weiss feeds it in. Now they'll kick it out to Salvador. He's going to fire up a three, no good. Horn with the rebound.
Yeah, big strong rebound there by Blake, and the Railers are going to reset here. Got a nice little drive by Smith on that possession. Couldn't get the layup to go, but a big stop there, big rebound.
Railers with the basketball up by 2. Tungate guarded by Thomas, kicks it over to Horn right wing. Now Smith, a little feed to Horn up, and a blocking foul on the Mustangs. That's number 2. Sazloni.
Horn will go to the free throw line, I believe, going for his first points, which has been a guy the Railers have counted on for his points. Had some nice games leading up to this one. Blake yet to crack the scoring column, but hopefully free throw good.
There we go. Second free throw up, rattles around, no good. Thomas with the rebound for the Mustangs. 28-25.
Get a couple stops in a row here, Scott, and get a couple scores and open this thing up here.
Well, got a little shot clock malfunction here. We're going to reset it to 30 seconds on the shot clock and 6:50 on the game clock. Mustangs basketball. Railers up by 3. Fourth quarter. A little shot by Hoff, no good, but he'll pick up the foul and go to the line for 2.
Yeah, too easy, too. Caught it at the free throw line and had a clear lane to the hoop, and Hoff was fouled. He's been silent here in the second half, but he had a big first half. Hoff with 9 in the first half, his first free throw attempts here tonight.
Free throw up and good for Hoff. Sanders going to check in for Gabe. Second free throw from Hoff. Up and got it. 28-27. Railers with the lead. 6:42 to go in the fourth. Railer basketball.
But now we try to go to that, maybe that high-low. Hayes back in with Sanders in the game at the same time, and Frank has been that spark that the Railers have needed here in this game, playing really aggressively. You can tell he's fresh. He's really active underneath, provides that big body, and definitely a size advantage there.
Hayes kicks it over, work it around. Tungate going to dribble in, up with the right. Got it to go. Nice little runner by Tungate. Got it to go, and the Railers up 3.
Big drive there by Brody. Saw that lane and went in with the floater and got it to go. Get it.
Tapped away. Good job by Hayes. Bad ankle and all.
Not as quick as he is, but his effort is always there.
Absolutely.
And Hayes with a big steal there, and the Railers will go for a good set here.
Railers with the basketball up by 3. We're at the 6-minute mark. Sanders going to work his way in. Nothing there. Kick it out. Miller's going to dribble in. Kick it out to Hayes. Now they'll reset. Horn right wing. Up top to Hayes. Hayes spins around, gets it to Miller with 13 on the shot clock.
Yeah, go right there, middle.
Hayes. Kick it out. Tungate dribble in. Nothing there. 5 on the clock. Horn's going to dribble in. Up
nice.
there. Good job by Horn.
Yeah.
Got to the lane and got it to go.
Well, those lanes are open, Scott, and the Railers finally last 2 possessions have taken advantage of it. Horn with a drive there. Last possession, Tungate with the same move.
Railers up 5. Mustangs with the ball. Thomas to Salvador. Over to Thomas.
Yeah, get out.
Feed Hoff. Now there's a 3 on the way from Cisloni. Short. Fought for underneath.
Yeah, we'll take it.
What did they call? Out of bounds?
White ball. Out of bounds on black, I believe.
It's going to be Railer basketball. Hayes going to kick it in to Tungate. Tungate will walk it up.
Well, let's go right back to Hayes at the free throw line, Scott, and see if we can't get that high-low.
Miller right wing. Now all the way across to Hayes. Give it to Tungate. So stolen away by Salvador. That was out of bounds. Salvador kicks it out to Thomas.
Probably not a bad foul there. Mundelein had the numbers, and Horn reached in and grabbed him before they could get a shot off. So no foul trouble for Horn. Really, the Railers with just their second foul here in the quarter. Railers up 5, 32-27, 4:43 left here in the basketball game.
Oh, there's a turnover. Good.
Let it go. Let it go.
Turnover Mustangs, and it will be Railer basketball. Railers up 5, 4:43 to go in the game.
I didn't see a tip, so it looks like should be Railer basketball way back here.
I'd rather have it up there, but timeout Mundelein. Be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Lincoln Railer basketball brought to you by Me Realty. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or go online to merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center located at 304 North McLean Street and online at myfgec.org. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburgers. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Josh, we've been coming here, what'd you say, 27 years? I know there was a little gap in there back in the day where I think we went to Bloomington, maybe Pekin a couple times.
Yeah,
but,
Railers been here 27 years, 60-31 overall, 6 titles for the Railers.
Pretty good showing for the Railers here in the Collinsville tournament, and let's see if we can get another win in that win column today. Feed Sanders under low, up and just a little too strong, and had a good look, just couldn't get it to finish.
Yeah, nice take, a good high-low then again by Hayes. Hayes to Sanders. Sanders went up and under to try to do the reverse, and again, couldn't get it.
And we're going to have a foul on Tungate as him and Thomas got wrapped up.
The Railers got to be a little careful here. 3 team fouls now on the Railers in this quarter. Still 4:21 left in the quarter. We sure don't want to send them to the bonus, to the free throw line with chances to score without the clock rolling.
Exactly. Here come the Mustangs. Salvador, he's going to pull up from the elbow, roll around, and good for Salvador. 32-29, halfway through the fourth. Miller over to Hayes, left wing. Hayes over to Tungate, left corner. Tungate will dribble it out. To Hayes, top of the key. Find a wide open Horn underneath, up and good for Horn. Horn snuck in behind the defense, and Hayes found him.
Yeah, great cut by Horn. Didn't stand and watch Hayes at that free throw line. He cut back door, as you said, Scott, and a nice easy layup there from Hayes to Horn.
Railers up 5. Thomas, guarded there by Miller. Thomas picks up his dribble, kicks it out to Salvador. Salvador thinks about a 3, spins around, up and under. Got it to go. Great move by Salvador. Don't know how he got that to finish.
Yeah, he went all the way to the basket. And right now, it was Hoff in the first half. Now it's Salvador in this second half, trying to keep the Mustangs in it.
Railers up 3. We are at 3-minute mark here in the game. Ooh. Dangerous pass there. Miller able to get it. Now he'll go left, get in the corner, kick it out to Hayes. Now find Tungate, back to Horn. Horn picks up his dribble, gives it to Hayes, back to Horn, up and got it.
Yeah, again.
A little give and go between Hayes and Horn, and the Railers back up 5.
Yeah, again, another great pass by Hayes, another great cut by Horn, and the difference between the first half and the second half is once we catch it, the Railers are not standing and watching. They're cutting to the basket, and in this matchup zone, it's hard to keep track of guys when they're cutting because they don't know if they're supposed to be guarding them or someone else is supposed to be guarding. Last 2 times down the court, they've lost Horn, and Hayes has found him.
2:43 to go in the ball game. Railers up by 5. Timeout on the court.
Yeah, we were part of a couple of these championships, Scott. Championships, 6 of them for the Railers here in the Holiday Classic. I was not here for 85, 86, and 87, but I believe I was here for 09 and 2013 and 2014. So we've been doing this for not quite 40 years, but
well, we haven't.
Several.
But yeah, always a good time to come down here. It's just kind of tops off your Christmas break, and and then after this, I mean, we're getting really into Central State 8 play, and you'd like to come out of this tournament on a high note. And I know with our injuries, the way they are, I know Carson's kind of working himself back in. He's going to be available here in the next week or 2.
Yeah.
Because I tell you what, we really miss him out there tonight.
Yeah, he did some shooting yesterday and came back with some stiffness, so they decided to hold him out again for this week. But I think we're shooting for January the 4th, and obviously he's biting at the bit to get back. But you don't want to
rush it.
But we looked at that schedule, and you brought up the schedule. There's about still 20-some games left after this tournament, so a lot of games for him to get back into it.
Mustang basketball out of the timeout. Railers up by 5, 2:35 to go. Weiss feeds Dorn. Nowhere to go. Salvador's going to fire up a 3, rolls around, no good. Sanders flies in for the rebound. And the Railers with the ball.
Frank the Tank has been huge on the boards there. Not only the boards, but obviously on the offensive end as well. Just another guy the Railers were able to get back off the injury report.
If we can get a healthy team, Josh, we got a lot of options.
I agree.
Tungate, top of the key. He'll dribble right. Now hand off to Horn. Hayes with the top of the key with 9 seconds on the clock. Horn, deep three on the way, off the rim, no good. Tapped out of there by Hayes to Sanders. Sanders going to spin up with the left and good for Sanders.
Just bulldozing people over, and the big boy gets the tip out and puts it right back in with a nice reverse spin and layup.
There's a trap by the Railers, and we got a timeout here. Mundelein as Chandra Molly got tied up, and the coach from the Mustangs needs a timeout.
But it just seems like the pressure has picked up a little bit and has caused a lot of disruptiveness to the Mustangs. They've turned it over a few times. They've gotten some bad shots as well, and that pressure turned up. And then you count that as the high-low game has worked from Hayes to Horn a couple times, and that time, the last possession, Frank picks up the loose ball and is aggressive as crazy down there and bowling people over. And as you know, as big as Frank is, most people are going to fly off of him. And he did a great job of controlling himself and putting it in.
1:42 on the game clock. Fourth quarter action here. Railers up 38-31. Mustang basketball out of the timeout. Salvador kick it into Thomas. Now they'll feed Hoff. Hoff's going to try to spin on Sanders. And Sanders going to pick up the foul, and Hoff's going to go to the line.
Boy, there's been a lot of contact underneath where Frank has taken on the other end, a lot more than that one was.
Yep.
And Frank will pick up the foul, send Hoff to the free throw line, who's 2 of 2 from the free throw line tonight.
First one up and good for Hoff.
Far from over with the shot clock being used here in the Collinsville Holiday Classic. A minute 36 left here, 38-32. The Railers are up.
Second one from Hoff. Up and got it.
Yeah, pressure here put on by Mundelein as the Railers are going to have to break some full court pressure.
And Tungate will do just that. Give it over to Hayes.
Remember, if you
Railers up.
Yeah, Railers got 4 timeouts left, I believe. Ooh, that was close. Stepped over, I thought.
Miller to Hayes. Hayes back to Miller. Miller dribble in, feed to Sanders. Sanders up with the right hand, good. They want to pressure. We'll beat that pressure and get that easy bucket.
Yeah, I was getting real close to be calling a timeout. We were really out of sorts there with the pressure from Mundelein.
Thomas going to dribble in, tapped out of there, and Tungate flies in to grab the loose ball. And he'll be fouled by Thomas with 1 minute to go. Railers up by 7.
Yeah, just the second team foul now on Mundelein, so they're going to have to foul quite a bit here to get to the bonus where they get a chance to send the Railers to the free throw line and get the ball back. Coach Bagley from the Mustangs is going to take a timeout, a full timeout here, and he's exhausted a few timeouts here in the last couple minutes.
Timeout on the court. We'll keep it right here. Lincoln Railer basketball brought to you by Ground Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953. Located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-4444 or go online to growinc.com. Chestnut Health Systems, offering a comprehensive scope of behavioral health and human services in Lincoln and Missouri. State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, located at 628 North Chicago Street. Dara Entwistle, independent health insurance agent, advocating for you, your family, and your company. Heartland Bank and Trust Company, with branches on North Sangamon Street and Woodlawn Road. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Emo's Cafe, your family restaurant serving home-cooked meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner at 616 Woodlawn Road.
The Railers are going to get it out of bounds here underneath, and you got to expect some pressure here and some aggressive pressure. Be able to handle the basketball, expect the foul coming early. They're going to go for the steal, but then try to foul right after that. So the Railers have to be strong and make sure of your strong pass. You got deep.
Oh, you got deep. There's Horn wide open. He'll track it down and hold it. And be fouled there by Chandra Molly. Third-team foul on the Mustangs, so they'll have 2 to give with 57 seconds to go. Railers up 7 with the ball. Hayes to inbound. Gives it to Horn. Horn, bounce pass. Tungate up and good.
Yeah, great play out of the timeout right in front of Coach Alexander. Greg called it out, and the Railers executed it very well here for 2 points and put the Railers up 9 with 45 seconds left.
Salvador to Thomas. Thomas dribbles left. Goes up on Sanders, up and good for Thomas. Timeout, Mundelein.
Yeah, he's got to be about out. Timeouts. That doesn't say on the scoreboard.
It's a 60-second timeout. We'll take one as well. We'll be back with the rest of the fourth quarter here on WL.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick and Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in service, parts, and detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly with less downtime and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
Three, two, one.
Welcome back to Collinsville, Illinois. 40th annual Collinsville Prairie Farms Classic. And there's a home run ball to Tungate. He's going to track it down, up, and got it to go.
I thought it was going to roll out, Scott.
Too.
Great home run pass from Hayes to Tungate, and Tungate puts it in.
Railers up by 9. 25 seconds to go. Salvador, Weiss, 3 on the way. No good. Horn will track it down for the Railers. And that should do it here in Collinsville.
Their coach said don't foul. They're gonna let it go. And what a second half by the Railers, Scott. The Railers are going to win it here, 44-35, and advance to the 2:30 winners bracket game tomorrow. And that's your final. The Railers win it here, 44-35. We'll kick it back to the studios and be back with the Grau Incorporated postgame show.
Thank you for watching WLCN's live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Railer basketball. WLCN's live stream coverage is sponsored by Me Realty. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Go online to merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln, and online at myfgec.org. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Grau Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953. Located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-4444 or go online to grauinc.com.
Three, two, one.
Welcome back, Railer Nation, here from Collinsville, Illinois, as the Railers win it here in night number 1 of the 40th annual Collinsville Prairie Farms Holiday Classic, 44-35 over the Mustangs from Mundelein High School. And Josh Komnick along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby here from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Just announced Frank Sanders was the Prairie Farms player of the game, and nice to have him back in the uniform as Frank comes out and has a great game on both sides of the court to get the help spur the Railer victory again. Hayes went out in the first quarter, twisted the ankle again, but he fought through it, came back in midway through the second, and I don't think he ever came back off of the court for the rest of the game. The Railers will be in action now at 2:30 tomorrow. They will take on the winner here of the game getting ready to start right now, which is the Lancers from Belleville East. And I believe they're taking on, who's that, Granite City? Granite City. We'll go through the scoring. First for the Mustangs from Mundelein, they were led by Nathan Hoff. Hoff had 9 points in the first half. He finished with 15 for Hoff. Salvador with 12, 4 points for Laquan Thomas, 2 points for Jason Dorn, and Kishav Shamgrele with 2. Leading the night for the Railers was the man who hasn't played since the first game of the season, Frank Sanders. Sanders with 18 and 9 big rebounds, 7 points for Drew Hayes and Blake Horn, 6 points for Brody Tungate, and Brady Miller with 6 also to round out the 44. Again, the Railers win it here 44-35. We'll kick it back to the studios. More of the Grau Incorporated postgame.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in service, parts, and detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly with less downtime and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
You're in the Grau Incorporated postgame show. Josh Komnick along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby here from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium as the Railers win it here on night number 1, 44-35. The big man on campus here tonight was Frank Sanders. Haven't seen Frank since the first game of the season, but he made his presence known here tonight with 18 points for Frank to go along with 9 rebounds. How about that for a comeback game?
Yeah.
Scott, 18 and 9, and the Railers needed all of them.
Yeah, and he did more than just score too, Josh. He was big underneath, with rebounding and just being that big body to control the paint. And yeah, for him to not play for I don't know how many weeks, but he comes in tonight, 18 points, and that's pretty impressive. from not playing, and to do that is it's a very. Then we needed it.
Yeah, we needed all of it. Railers went on a 30-14 run in the second half. The Railers put up 30 points in that half. Only had 14 at halftime, and spurred, as we talked about, big by Sanders and Hayes. Also, Horn with some nice cuts as Hayes found a cutting Horn a few times to get some big baskets. Brody Tungate, I remember, with a couple layups there late, and then he had a nice pull-up jump shot, a floating jump shot there to get that scoring going for the Railers. So hopefully it was a slow start in the first half and a better half and a better tournament as it comes along. As the Railers, it gets no easier, as the Railers will play at 2:30 tomorrow against the winner of Belleville East at Granite City. That game getting ready. Guys are warming up right now. Stats for the game: the Mustangs from Mundelein shoot 45% from the field, 13 of 29. They were 5 of 15 from three-pointer. And Scott, if I'm not mistaken, they were 5 of 7 from the three-point line in the first half, and they finished with 5. So the Railers did a much better job guarding the three-point line in the second half. They were 4 of 4 from the free throw line. 21 total rebounds for Mundelein, 3 of them offensive. They had 9 assists on 15 turnovers, 1 block, and 2 steals. The Railers shoot 20 of 46 from the field for 44%. Didn't shoot it well from 3 of 16, 19%, and just attempted 2 free throws. That was Blake Horn with 2 free throws. He was 1 of 2. The Railers with 22 rebounds, 9 of them offensive. And the Railers had 14 assists, 5 turnovers, and no blocks, 7 steals for the Railers. It was that big second half, 30-14 run, Scott, that really got us going. And as we talked about, Frank, gutsy performance, I thought, by Hayes, too. You can tell he's bummed with the ankle. Can't quite do what Drew normally does, but the senior in his last season is going to take a little bit of pain to get there.
Yeah, and, he couldn't get to the rim, but, he hit some big threes and just working the ball around to find Sanders underneath.
Great passing. Yeah, there's it looked like the coaching staff made it a point to get it down low, and the guys get some nice cutting to get some easy opportunities for the Railers, as the Railers finished with 14 at half, but finished with 44 on the game, joined by head coach Neil Alexander, coach, and not a great start to the first game here in Collinsville, but the second half much better, spurred by the big man who we haven't seen for a while.
Yeah, it's good to see him. Man. I mean,
he looks a lot prettier in the uniform than he does the street clothes. I know that.
Yeah, he got after it. I mean, they were bouncing off.
He had a lot of energy, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, he hadn't played for a month, so yeah, it's good to have him back. And he had we had to attack down there, and he's gotten so much better from a year ago that I just hope that he can keep on moving, and we don't have any roadblocks for him, because he makes us where we can compete against bigger teams.
Yeah. And it's going to be with us 4 games in 3 days, and you're minus Komnick still for the tournament probably, and Hayes obviously tweaked something, but I think as a senior's got to, sometimes it's you got to step up and play with a little pain, and I thought he had a gutsy performance by Hayes. Some really good passing, as he always does, but he was key when he caught it at the free throw line or even at the top of the key. Your guys started to cut to the hoop and got some easy baskets.
Yeah, he made the right moves and right decisions, and he right now I think he's about 50%, and he's being tough and fighting it out, and he'll be questionable tomorrow to see how he responds overnight. I know he's going to live with a lot of ice on that thing tonight.
Coach, big win to start off, and the main thing is you get to stay in the main gym. Nobody wants to go back there.
I know. I threatened them at halftime.
and down at 7 at halftime, and you guys able to work on some things. Was kind of keying on that middle where their weak spot.
We had quite a few film on them. I think we had 8 or 10 films on them, and they used the 1-3-1 maybe 1 out of the 10. And we felt like their best defense was a man-to-man. So we done a lot of preparation because they were really, really aggressive in things. And, we we struggled against the zone, and we finally got some things going. We could talk to them a little bit more down when they were in front of us, and we were able to hit some high lows, and Frank made some great plays.
Yeah, and it's something you don't normally see on the Railers is the high-low and the dominance, I guess you'd say, underneath the baskets. Usually it comes from behind the arc. Coach just 3 of 16 from the three-point line. Railers it got some good looks and missed them, but it's nice to have that extra opportunity to score with a guy down low, having Frank back and Hayes being able to find him.
Yeah, and this was a mental day. We traveled this morning, got here, worked out, we went and checked in, we went and ate before, and it was a mental day, and we knew coming in that it was going to be a mental type game, and I think it took us 16 minutes to wake up.
So. Yeah, and they've been off for a week probably, or close to.
It's a week.
Yeah, it's for the Railers, so that's not as easy to do, and nothing will be easy tomorrow as you're going to go up against one of these two teams out in front of us right now, Belleville East and Granite City at 2:30 tomorrow. So you'll have to get the guys rested and fed and take a look at these guys and be ready to strap it on again tomorrow.
Yeah, and tomorrow will be a busy day, and it'll be a bad day for Frank. Condition-wise, the guy hasn't been able to do any cardio at all, so we will probably have to try to limit him in and out to keep him fresh as we possibly can.
All right, Coach. Well, we'll see you right back here. A short little turnaround tomorrow at 2:30 as the Railers will play the winner of Belleville and Granite City.
Yep. We'll be here, and we'll be in this gym, too.
Yep, good.
Come on down.
That's going to do it for us here in Collinsville. Our next broadcast will be tomorrow afternoon at 2:30 as the Railers will play the winner of Belleville East and Granite City. Our broadcast will begin with the pregame show starting around 2 o'clock. The Railers now stand at 8-3. We hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. We know you enjoyed the outcome. We'd like to thank our listeners for listening, our viewers for viewing, and our sponsors for sponsoring. This has been a production of WLCN Sports 96.3 FM. We ask you to patronize our sponsors and say thank you for allowing us to bring you Lincoln Railer basketball. For station manager Jim Ash, studio producer Claudette, cameraman and social media coordinator Lloyd Kirby, and my counterpart Josh Comnick, this is Scott Kirby.
Thank you for watching WLCN's live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Railer basketball. WLCN's live stream coverage is sponsored by Me Realty. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Go online to merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln, and online at myfgec.org. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Grau Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953. Located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-4444 or go online to grauinc.com. Chestnut Health Systems, offering a comprehensive scope of behavioral health and human services in Illinois and Missouri. Call 888-924-3786. State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, with offices at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln, or call 217-732-6211. Dara Entwistle, Independent Health Insurance Agent, advocating for you, your family, and your company. Call 217-651-8046. Heartland Bank and Trust Company, with branches on North Sangamon Street and Woodlawn Road. Unlock the power of more with More For You checking from Heartland Bank and save money on the things you're already paying for. Open your account today, in branch or online at hbtbank.com. Member FDIC. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Emo's Cafe, your family restaurant serving home-cooked meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Located at 616 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Phone 217-605-0171. Emo's Cafe, Lincoln's family restaurant. Chase Lowry Edward Jones Financial, your Lincoln Edward Jones financial advisor. Located at 407 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Learn how Chase can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by the office. Member SIPC. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located at 509 Pulaski Street in downtown Lincoln. Call 217-735-4385. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Simply Traveled Cruise Planners. Let LCHS alum Amy Wagers-Chen help with domestic and global travel arrangements for groups, generational travel, Disney, all things cruises, and all-inclusive travel. Simply Traveled is so much more than cruises. Call Amy at 615-961-6474 or go online to simply-traveled.com. United Community Bank, located at 2201 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln and online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank is the leader in community banking and stands ready to help both individuals and businesses. Phone 217-735-5400. Thank you for watching WLCN's live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Railer basketball.
Are you sick and tired of the telephone calls, text messages, and ads in the mail for Medicare Open Enrollment? Medicare Open Enrollment begins October 15th and ends December 7th. Changes made during this time will go into effect January 1, 2025. Feel free to call me, local Medicare agent Darrett Entwistle, and set an appointment to go over 2025 changes and plans. My office is in downtown Lincoln, or I can meet with you at your home if you like. Again, call me, Darrett Entwistle, your local Medicare agent and your friend in health insurance, 217-651-8046.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in service, parts, and detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly with less downtime and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.